beautifuls. I want to talk a little bit today about the power of intention. And many of us fail to realize how powerful intention is. A few years ago, I was at a shamanic training event, and while we were having lunch, I was having a conversation with a gentleman, and he was talking about how on a particular journey he had the opportunity to speak directly to Pachamama, Mother Earth, Gaia. And in this place, he was really concerned about GMO foods and if it was going to actually eradicate humanity. And in his conversation with her, he was surprised at her response. She said, it's not the fact that it's genetically modified. She said it was the intention. She said if it had been genetically modified food that was designed to feed and nurture the masses, there would be nothing wrong with it. But the intention instead was for greed and fueled the idea and attitude of scarcity and lack. And that hit me because I had this belief that GMO was just not the way to go. And as my journey continued, I started to realize that intention is so important. And I want to talk about it specifically in regards to our food, because much of the world, cannot afford all their food to be organic. And so much of the food most of us ingest is GMO. Or if it's not GMO, it is filled with preservatives and pesticides. And we might think that we are fighting a losing battle. But we are so powerful. We are like these giant tuning forks. And that means that we have the ability to affect and influence everyone and everything around us, including our food. Long gone are the days where the masses would bow their heads and say grace before a meal. And it's been disregarded as a religious ritual, maybe pompous, maybe sanctimonious. However, the idea of intentionally blessing, pouring gratitude and thanks into our food was around long before religion, right? When the indigenous Aboriginal peoples would go out on a hunt, they would thank the universe, they would thank the divine, they would thank the animal for the sacrifice for that food, and that thanks, that gratitude was infused into the food that they ate. We can do that today. It can look many different ways. It can be a prayer. It can be out loud, it can be silently. It can be an energetic intention simply from our heart into the food. It can be placing our hands over it and infusing that loving, intentional gratitude into the food for it to provide for us nutrients, sustenance, and well-being. I invite each and every one of us to become mindful of the power of our intention, especially when it comes to our food. Because in this time of great uncertainty, we need our health more than ever before to help us sustain that energetic frequency so that we can move forward and become the change the world so desperately needs. I thank you so much for listening to this perspective, and until we speak again, please be well.